You're listening to Your Calm Parenting Path. I'm your host Nina, a mindful parenting coach and mum, here to help you go from overwhelmed and reactive to calm, confident and connected with your kids. This show is for parents who want to raise their children with more patience, less stress and a whole lot more joy. Because small shifts make a big impact and you can build the parenting life you've always wanted. If you want to see what I'm up to, follow me on Instagram at Mindful Parenting Lifestyle, and don't forget to hit follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Let's get started. Welcome back to Your Calm Parenting Path. Today we're diving into something that seems so simple on the surface, but is actually one of the most powerful tools that we have as parents: play. Now, before you skip ahead thinking, we already play a lot, or I just don't have time for play, I want to tell you, this episode isn't just about getting down on the floor and playing trains. It's about connection, regulation, and resilience, both yours and your child's. We're going to explore two powerful aspects of play: the magic that happens when we join our children in their imaginative worlds, and the incredible growth that takes place when we step back and allow them to play independently. So let's start with why play is essential. Play isn't fluff, it's foundational. Play supports cognitive, physical, social, and emotional well-being in children. It helps them develop empathy, problem-solving skills, and the ability to manage emotions. Dr. Stuart Brown, a leading researcher on play, calls it the oxygen of childhood and even of adulthood. Without play, learning is stunted, creativity withers, and emotional regulation struggles. When we join our kids in play, we enter their world. We send the message, I see you, I delight in you, I am here with you. These micro moments of shared imagination, laughter, and spontaneity build safety and joy. And when we're mindful in play, truly present without checking our phones or rushing to the next thing, our kids feel it. They thrive on it. It becomes a form of co-regulation, not just entertainment. Play also gives us insight into how our children are feeling and what they're processing. When a child plays out the day's events or reenacts a moment from school with their toys, we gain a glimpse into their emotional world. This makes it easier to respond with empathy, to ask gentle questions later, or to offer comfort in a way that resonates. In that way, play becomes a kind of mindfulness tool for us as parents, helping us to pay attention without judgment. But let's be honest, it's not always easy. Play can feel silly, tedious, or even impossible when you're tired, touched out, or buried under the mental load of parenting. Sometimes we struggle with being present because we're overwhelmed or trying to multitask. That's why it's important to acknowledge that while playing with our children is meaningful, it's not our job to entertain them all day long. Which brings us to the other side of the coin: independent play. Independent play isn't just a break for you, it's a gift for your child. It helps them develop focus, creativity, problem solving, and self-regulation. Research shows that unstructured, self-directed play supports executive function. Things like working memory, emotional control, and flexible thinking. In fact, children who engage in open-ended, child-led play show better emotional regulation and cognitive flexibility. What's wonderful is that most children naturally want to explore their own ideas. They often just need the space and permission. If we can let go of the idea that we need to constantly entertain them, they can start discovering the magic of solo play. Sometimes all it takes is a moment of connection first, a short game or a snuggle, before inviting them into a quiet, open-ended activity. It might be Play-Doh, blocks, nature finds or drawing. And once they're in it, we step back, let them lead, let them lose themselves. And here's the beautiful link back to mindfulness. When children play independently, they are practicing presence. They are immersed in the moment, absorbed by curiosity. And if we're nearby, not interrupting but observing, we get the chance to do the same. We get a little pause to breathe, reset, and maybe even enjoy the quiet. This kind of rhythm, moving between connection and autonomy, is so powerful. Some of my most connected moments with my kids have been during silly made-up games or my personal favourite, spontaneous dance parties. And some of their most creative moments have come from being left alone with a box of recycling and some sticky tape. So what does this look like in real life? For toddlers, shared play might be peekaboo, stacking blocks together, or playing chasey in the backyard. For primary-aged kids, it could be a living room dance party, building a Lego world, or making a cushion castle with the couch cushions. And even teens, though they may seem a little more withdrawn, they still benefit from playful connection. Maybe it's a funny TikTok trend you try together, a game of cards, or joking around during dinner cleanup. Play doesn't have to look like dress-ups to count. It just needs laughter, curiosity, or shared imagination. Independent play shifts depending on age as well. Toddlers might need short stretches of solo exploration, maybe banging pots, lining up animals, or scribbling with crayons. Primary school kids can spend longer stretches absorbed in imaginative storylines with toys, creating art or role-playing scenarios. My boys love to write stories and draw pictures for each page. And for teens, independent play might look like journaling, creative writing, building something hands-on, shooting some hoops, or simply wandering the backyard lost in thought and music. They may not call it play, but if it sparks curiosity and joy, it still counts. And here's something practical you can try this week. My Mindful Moments scavenger hunt freebie. It's a simple printable that you can use around the home or outdoors that gently encourages your child to tune into their senses and surroundings. They can do it alone or alongside you. It's a great way to blend mindfulness with both tenderness and independent exploration, and it's so grounding. Now, beyond just building skills, play can also be a healing tool. If there's been a rupture, say a hard morning, a meltdown, or a moment of disconnection, play can be the bridge back. Sometimes it's a silly voice, a pillow fight, or a gentle tickle that unlocks the tension and opens the door to laughter. As Dr. Lawrence Cohen, author of Playful Parenting, says, play is children's language. Join them and you speak straight to their hearts. When we use play to reconnect, we're not ignoring the hard feelings. We're allowing those feelings to soften, and we're modelling what it looks like to return to joy, to move through conflict without shame. Now, in episode 5, I set you the weekly challenge of spending 10 minutes with your child in play, and I'll link to this episode in the show notes. So this week, I invite you to create a little pocket of solo playtime. Maybe it's after lunch while you're doing something nearby. Let it be simple, quiet, and open. No pressure, no performance, just space to be. Notice how it feels for you. Did it create more ease? Did your child surprise you with their curiosity? Did the house feel even a little bit lighter just for a moment? So that's today's path. A reminder that play, both shared and solo, isn't an extra, it's essential. It nurtures connection, builds resilience, and invites mindfulness in a form that your child understands intuitively. Don't forget, if you'd like to give the Mindful Moments scavenger hunt a try, you'll find the link in the show notes. It's a free printable that brings gentle mindfulness into playtime and into your everyday rhythm. If you loved this episode or learned something new, I'd be so grateful if you left a review or shared it with a friend. And as always, thank you for walking this path with me. Until next time, go gently, and remember, small shifts create big impact. Thanks for listening to Your Calm Parenting Path. I am so glad you're here, and I hope this episode gave you something useful to take into your parenting journey. If you'd like to dive deeper, sign up to my mailing list at mindfulparentinglifestyle.com.au for more tips and insights, or book a free chat to learn how we can work together. And don't forget to hit follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. I look forward to speaking with you next time on Your Calm Parenting Path.